Welcome back everyone to Catherine's Plates. Today on the menu I am making turkey and pasta bake. There are so many variations of this dish and I'm going to kind of go over them with you as we go along so that you can make your own version, or you can just make this version here. Okay, if you're ready to go, we got lots to do, but it's going to be really easy, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now I've got 12 ounces of spaghetti here, and what we're going to do is pre-cook this before we start our casserole. So I'm just going to bring a pot of water to boil. I'm going to add some salt, and then I'm going to add the spaghetti, and what we want to do is cook this until it's al dente. We're going to drain it, and then we're going to run it under some cool water just to cool it down a little bit and set it aside until we are ready to mix it up with our other ingredients. One of our ingredients is going to be cooked turkey, or you can even substitute cooked chicken. For the turkey here, what I did was I took a turkey roast, and it's just kind of like breast without the bones, and I put it into a crock pot with 1 cup of chicken stock, a few pats of butter, and then a good healthy dose of poultry seasoning all over it. And then I just cooked it for about 4 to 6 hours. It just depends on the size of your turkey and how much you have in your crock pot. And then all I did was shred it, and look at that right here. I'm going to use 2 cups of this for our dish, and then I'm going to use the rest of it. I'm going to mix with some mayonnaise, some red onions, and some other flavorings.
God, that's good.
For some turkey salad sandwiches.
Oh.
We're not kidding, you guys. This turkey is delicious. It was a butterball turkey, kind of a turkey breast, roast is what they called it. And it was about 3 pounds.
Yeah, it's about 3 pounds.
So there's about 3 pounds in here. And oh my gosh, the things you can do with this. So let's go ahead now and create our turkey and pasta bake. And like I said, if you want to substitute like cooked chicken, you can do a rotisserie chicken with this dish also. Okay, another variation to this dish is the vegetables that you're going to put in it. Now you can use raw vegetables that you can pull out of your drawer in your refrigerator, like carrots, celery. I've got an onion here. I actually found a zucchini that I got a few weeks ago, and it still looks really great, so I'm going to dice this up. You can also use frozen vegetables if you want. Anything you use, whatever you want to put into it. We're going to cut into bite-sized pieces. We're going to cook this down. It's got nice flavor, and it's not going to be crunchy after the dish is done. And then we're just going to dice it up. If you have like green peppers or red, yellow, or orange bell peppers, you can use those. Those would be really good also. Red onion, anything to kind of give it some color and additional bulkiness to your dish. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I've got my pan over here. We're going to place it on our burner on medium-high heat, and what we're going to do is just add 2 tablespoons of butter and get that melting. Now keep an eye on it, because you don't want, like an overabundance amount of vegetables, or you're going to use a bigger dish to cook it in. Okay, so if you are using frozen vegetables, you are going to want to cook those down also in the butter here. Now if you're going to use canned vegetables, you want to add those at the last minute, so don't saute them in the butter here, okay? Nice and sizzly there. We're going to go ahead and add our zucchini or any vegetable. Get those sauteing down. And then I'm going to just fast chop an onion for you here. So I'm just going to slice it and then dice it. And then we're going to add that to our zucchini. Got onions flying everywhere. Alright. Let's go ahead and we're going to get some salt and pepper and season that. About 1/8 of a teaspoon. We're going to cook these down until they're nice and soft. Okay, now I've got some roasted red peppers here. These are the red bell peppers, so they're very mild. And I want to add a little color to our dish. So what I'm going to do is just kind of roughly chop these. They're already cooked and very soft, so we're going to chop these up just a little bit. Our zucchini and onions are nice and cooked. They've got a lightly brown color to them, and they're nice and soft. We're going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to place this and the red bell peppers here that came from a jar into a large bowl, and then I'm going to add the 2 cups of cooked turkey. Okay, we're going to go ahead now and make that delicious creamy white sauce. It's going to pull it all together. Now I've got 3 tablespoons of butter. We're going to go ahead and melt that. And then once this melts, we're going to go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. We're going to whisk this together for about 1 minute. And what that does is help get that raw taste out of the flour. And it's going to start making a little roux for our sauce. Okay, we're going to add some garlic, about 2 teaspoons. And we're going to start pouring in 2 cups of milk. A little at a time, so we can incorporate the flour and butter into it. Okay, now what we're going to do is incorporate 1 cup of some chicken broth, or if you have turkey broth, you can incorporate that also, or a vegetable broth. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and give it a little seasoning. I've got some poultry seasoning here, just a little dab of it, not too much. I think I got about 1/8 of a teaspoon there. Got some pepper going in. 1/8 of a teaspoon. Mix that together. Okay, now this should start thickening in about 3 to 4 minutes, so just make sure that you're stirring continually there. I'm going to bring my heat up. Okay, if y'all can see this now, we got a nice roiling boil going on here, and we got a nice sauce going on. Now you don't want it too thick, okay, because we still have to use that as the sauce to mix everything together. We're going to go ahead and turn the burner off. I've got some Parmesan cheese here. I'm going to sprinkle in about 1 cup. We're going to stir this in until the cheese is nice and melted, and then you want to give it a taste and see if you need to add any salt at this point. Oh yeah, did you see that? Oh, it smells so good. Homemade creamy white sauce for your pasta bake. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Alright, we're going to go ahead now and add our cooked pasta that we drained, rinsed, and cooled down just a little bit. Alright, we got our sauce. We're going to go ahead and ladle that into it. Okay, now we're going to mix it all together. Pull from the bottom. Okay, I think we got a good mix on this. Let's go ahead and bring our baking dish over here. Okay, I'm using a 9 by 13. We're going to lightly coat it with some non-stick cooking spray. We're going to add all of our mixture into it. Now there's 2 things you can do to the top of this, is that you can take some breadcrumbs, panko crumbs, or some like cracker crumbs and mix it with some butter and put that on the top here. We're not going to do that today. We are going to put cheese across the top of this. Alright, you want it all nice and even. Okay, I've got some Colby Monterey Jack cheese, and I'm going to probably take about 1.5 cups and sprinkle it all over the top of the casserole here. Okay, Okay, I've got my oven preheating at 400 degrees. We're gonna place this in there uncovered for about 17 to 20 minutes till the cheese is nice and melted and golden brown. I'm gonna come back and show you how this looks. Make sure that if you're new to my channel, you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification so you'll know when my shows are posted. I hope you're sharing this video, and also don't forget my thumbs up. Okay, I pulled this out of the oven around the 22-minute mark to get that nice golden color on the cheese and make sure this thing was heated all the way through. We let it sit for about 10 minutes just to kind of pull itself all together so you get a nice cut on that. And then here's our plate. I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite. That is so delicious. Turkey and spaghetti bake with a delicious creamy white sauce that we made homemade. Oh yeah, let me know down below if you are making this one. Okay, make sure that you give me a thumbs up on this one. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification so you'll always know when shows like this one are posted. And believe me, there are like over 600 of them out there, and then sorted all by playlist. So okay, make sure you're sharing this one on your social media. Guys, I will see you on my next episode.